Good morning, this is Gabriel Jackson, and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day, number 118, part 2. Mitzvah Day keeps us on its way, and this mitzvah is entitled The Prohibition to Bring Up an Offering Without Salt. And again, it's found in parts of Vayikra, and as I mentioned, I believe yesterday, certainly with the Halacha Day, that today is a fast day, the fast of Gedalia. It ends here in Houston at 7:40 p.m., wishing everyone an easy, meaningful fast. Take this time to do tshuva, to do some soul introspection, and to come back to Hashem. Give Hashem nachas. He's our Father in heaven. Let's give Him nachas by improving ourselves. Baby steps. One little commitment that we can take on for the new year, and that'll help us become even better than we were the previous year. Here we go, continuing with this beautiful mitzvah, the laws of the mitzvah. The Chinuch discusses select laws regarding the salting of the offerings. Additional laws are discussed in mitzvah number 119. We mentioned it's really 2 for 1. Among the laws of the mitzvah is that which the sages of blessed memory have stated in Menachos, that it is a mitzvah to salt the meat well, in the manner in which one salts non-sacrificial meat to prepare it for roasting, in which case he salts it from both sides. After the fact, however, even if he salted it the slightest amount, it is acceptable. Chinuch discusses the salt that is used. The salt with which the offerings are salted is provided from the communal funds, as is the wood used for fire to burn the offerings on the altar. An individual is not to bring salt or wood for the offerings. This is only means of elevating the stature of the temple, the BJC Mikdash. For in a place of wealth, there should be no conduct that typifies poverty. It would not look good for someone to have to bring their own salt. The Chinuch discusses where the salting was done. Salt was placed in 3 locations in the temple: in the chamber of salt, and on the ramp leading up to the altar, and on the top of the altar itself. In the chamber of salt, they would salt the hides of the offerings. On the ramp, they would salt the limbs of the offerings. And on the top of the altar, they would salt the komets and the levana, which are the portions of standard mincha offerings that are burned on the altar. And the entirety of those mincha offerings that were completely burned on the altar, and the ola of fowl. These laws and the additional details of the mitzvah are elaborated in the 7th chapter of Tractate Zevachim. Let's do a little more, folks. This mitzvah applies in the times of the temple to male kohanim, for the responsibility of fulfilling the requirements of the offerings is theirs. A Kohen, a priest who transgresses this mitzvah and offers up an animal offering or a mincha offering without any salt, has violated a mitzvah obligation, and also transgresses this mitzvah prohibition, meaning he did 2 violations. He did a negative commandment of not bringing salt, which is number 119 we're about to do, and he did not do the positive commandment, for which he incurs lashes. Although lashes are imposed only for a transgression that involves action, this transgression carries the penalty of lashes malchus, because there is a forbidden action committed here when one offers a bland, unsalted meat, which he was cautioned not to offer upon the altar without salt. And that concludes your mitzvah. Thanks for listening to sponsor Future Mitzvah. 36 100 for the gold. See you tomorrow. Easy fast.